When teenagers commit crimes, should their parents be held accountable? 16 WAPT's Ross Brown investigates tonight in a 16 WAPT
My son ain't gonna shoot no gun. Now, I ain't saying that he won't rob nobody, but I know he won't shoot no gun. He not gonna shoot no gun. He not gonna shoot nobody.
16-year-old Jerome Moore is facing murder charges in the driveway shooting that killed 69-year-old Carolyn Temple. Her son is just one of 7 teenagers arrested in January connected to a multi-city crime spree from Jackson to Yazoo City, where cameras caught another attack on tape. The kids accused in that crime spree are just the tip of the iceberg. Over the past year, we've seen a long list of teens arrested for violent crimes.
What are you mad at?
In May, police accused 13-year-old Remy Harvey and 16-year-old Eddie Devine of kidnapping and using an ice pick to rape a woman at gunpoint.
The stories have come over and over, but it was that one mother's words that had viewers flooding our newsroom with calls.
Now, I ain't saying that he won't rob nobody, but I know he won't shoot no gun.
Where was she when her child was out doing these type of acts?
I know that day, it was on a Wednesday, on the 7th. I was at my sister's house doing her. I know for a fact where he was.
She knew her son would rob people. Why isn't she being charged with conspiracy?
So we asked that question. Should parents face charges when underage kids commit a crime?
If you know your child is committing a crime and you don't notify law enforcement officers, you don't try to do anything to stop it, yeah, I think you need to be held accountable.
In general, I would say that parents should not be held criminally liable for the actions of their children.
Madison County DA Michael Guest says in some rare cases, parents have faced charges when their kids got in trouble. Last year, deputies arrested 2 Madison doctors accused of letting teenagers throw an alcohol-filled party at their house.
In situations like that, you know, there are dangers just outside exposing children to alcohol. If those children then get behind the wheel of a car and they're involved in an accident.
But there's no official law that would hold parents accountable for criminal cases.
I think it's something we need to take into consideration.
JPD Chief Lee Vance says parents need to step up. He says in that carjacking spree in January, the parents should have known where their kids were.
That a 16-year-old should not be out at 3 o'clock in the morning anyway, and especially should not be involved in a crime that serious that occurs 40 miles away from here.
Do you think parents should be held accountable?
Absolutely. And we do hold them accountable.
Youth Court Judge Bill Skinner says he had seen Jerome Moore and his mother in his Hinds County courtroom before that January arrest.
He not gonna shoot nobody. If he can't take it, he not gonna shoot it.
Is that not the most ludicrous thing? What mama would say that? Well, he wouldn't shoot you, but he will, you know, he'll break in your house and steal everything in your house.
But Skinner says he has a plan that should keep teens from landing in trouble more than once.
The parent or guardian can be held financially responsible for the actions of their children.
Skinner says it's a law that many judges don't know about, but he says making parents pay works.
Well, when you tell that kid that, or that 12 or 13-year-old who's living with grandma or mama who's barely getting by, you see the little light bulb come on.
It seems like the system is set up for us to fail.
Actor Tommy Lister Jr. plays a lot of tough guy roles in Hollywood. He spent time in Jackson this month mentoring kids at Wingfield High.
I'm not a blood recruit.
Lister says it's the parents' responsibility.
We're in a situation because if you spank your kids, it's abuse now, okay? So it's a catch-22 question.
But the man known as Debo says parents with troubled kids are in a tough spot.
Most parents are trying to do it right, but you got some parents ain't even there for their kids. But then if their parents whoop their kids, they call it child abuse, and then they take the kids away from you.
Where do you draw the line?
Judge Skinner says it would be worth it for lawmakers to look into charging parents for kids' crimes.
If it's blatant and obvious that you know what your child is doing and you're not doing anything to stop it, then you should have some responsibility in that.
In Jackson, Hadass Brown, 16 WAPT News.
What do you think? Do you think parents should be held accountable when their teenagers commit crimes? You can let us know tonight on the 16 WAPT Facebook page, on Twitter, or by calling our Feedback 16 line.